Okay, everybody, here I'm back with Tonkin. I had reset the game as I told you in my previous video, and this is now the status after the first movement phase in turn 1, just before the operations phase. So now I want to show you a couple of things that I've done. I have moved a lot of the troops out of Hanoi, and I've moved them towards the north to attack Nguyen Chuan up here. I've also moved some of them south, but not too far, because obviously you need to be within 3 hexes of an HQ. Of a center where you can draw supplies from, or within 3 of an SD, of a supply dump. These guys are going to move up north, but they will still be in supply if they are no further than 5 hexes away along a major river that is connected to one of those centers, supply centers, through a DNA, and this is the DNA right here. These guys I put up there, and I also flew some of them in. I air transported some of them, and so I just have to get rid of my kitty general that's trying to walk all over my battlefield, and I've also given them 1 supply dump. So these guys are in supply. Over here we have 2 areas which have a supply dump each, so they will be in supply when we check for it. These guys up here, the GCMA, are by definition always in supply as long as they're in the highlands. What happened during the first movement phase was that the Viet Minh took Nha Lo, however you want to pronounce this, which is an airstrip that is fortified by the French and is one of the victory condition areas. And they managed to take out the Thai forces that were there. This is a 1-step force only. So basically they suffered a 2-step defeat, which means that even if they had retreated after battle, they would still have been eliminated. But the stack got disorganized in the process. So now they have taken over this airstrip. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the operations phase, and this is really an interesting part of the game. Just to summarize how this works, you have different things that you can do in the operations phase as long as you decide to spend. Oh my God, there's the cat. As long as you decide to spend a supply dump. So you get 10 operations points, and you have to then decide how you want to allocate them. You have different options. You can remove 3 DG and or destroyed road markers from hexes anywhere containing 1 of your units. You can also move. You can also order an airstrike as the French. You can barrage with navy. You can destroy a road. You can barrage 1 single hex with artillery units, which are all within 3 hexes of the SD being spent. So this is very important, a very important part of the operations phase, that you spend 1 of these supply dumps, and you have to make a decision which one you want to spend, because it impacts what you can do. You can also attack 1 single hex with troops which are all within 3 hexes of the SD being spent, and you can also decide to take another SD and then remove it from the game, or from the board rather, and as a result you can entrench 3 hexes worth of troops but they must be within 3 hexes of the SD that you're removing. And what you also have to bear in mind is that SDs in the supply phase will then decide whether you're in supply or not. So there is a lot to be said for saving your SDs in order to be sure that people are in supply, but also at the same time, if you don't spend anything, if you don't spend any of your SDs, you cannot do anything in this phase. So I've now made up my mind what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you this in the next video.